Availability sets, we touched upon this, so this is where you get your SLA from. It's kind of important to use these if you've got sort of business critical application or service running. Availability sets, they basically ensure that those VMs will reside in separate physical machines, separate physical hosts. So if you deploy 2 domain controllers in the availability set, if you lose one of them, you're not going to lose the other one, as long as they're in that availability set. And the way that you're protected with an availability set, or what you're protecting from, is basically this: fault domains and update domains, right? A fault domain, we spoke about earlier, that's basically a rack. Anything that's got a potential single point of failure, could be a power supply to the rack or the network switch on the rack. So that's your fault domain. And an update domain is basically how Microsoft would patch the underlying host operating systems or virtual machines, right? So when you deploy these and you say, okay, I want to put them in the availability set, the default update domain is 5, so that means, they will, if they're going to patch all the hosts in this rack on Sunday night, they're going to move these VMs out of this update domain. They're going to move them onto this update domain, which is another rack, right? And then they're going to patch that, then they're going to move them back, or maybe not, But that's the premise. How to architect something highly available in the cloud. Yes, availability sets you need to do, but there's no point having 2 web servers in an availability set and then expecting the users to go to either one of them, right? You need to put a load balancer in there to say, okay, go to these 2 machines, and you can configure this load balancer to say, go to this guy only when this guy is not available, or you can configure it to say, go to him or him, depending on which is less busy. So just putting something into an availability cell itself, yes, it's going to get you that protection from not losing a VM because of something that goes down in the data center, but it's not going to give you, high availability from a sort of user perspective necessarily.